Hurry! Ooh, I'm coming! Every year, around this time, the villagers of Gazilcom gather for something that's part tradition, part survival, the Great Wild Boar Hunt. It's not just sport, it's about protecting crops, livestock, and stocking up food before winter tightens its icy grip. This year, I got the rare chance to join my close friend on this adrenaline-fueled journey. Fully geared up, we stepped into the hunting grounds, a place that doesn't just test your aim, but your courage and resolve. The rugged trails leading into Gazilcom's hills were rough, but the anticipation kept us steady. I drove our trusted hunting vehicle through the twisting path, and as soon as my boots hit the cold dirt, I felt the weight of the moment. The wind howled across the bare ridge as I climbed to a vantage point with a perfect view. The landscape was quiet, but tension hung in the air like a storm about to break. Then movement. A shadow flickered across the far slope. My heart raced. The rifle steadied, breath slowed, and the bullet left the barrel, sharp, fast, unforgiving. A single shot cracked the silence. The beast fell. A perfect opening. The tone was set, but there's no rest in the hunt. We pressed forward through silence and shifting winds. My partner Jay suddenly froze. "There it is," he whispered. I adjusted my scope. The crosshairs locked in. 1, 2, 3 shots rang out. Clean. Precise. None escaped. Every shot echoed through the valley like thunder rolling off stone. Moments later, the baying of our hunting dogs pierced the quiet. The beasts were near, their instincts sharpened by years of chasing prey. The dogs drove the wild boars straight toward us. I aimed again. Bullets cut through the cold air. Another massive boar collapsed. Swift, decisive, final. Gunfire echoed all around as our team coordinated across the ridges. Day one was already shaping into something fierce, but nature doesn't wait. The next morning, snow covered the hills like a white shroud. The air bit hard, but the cold only made us sharper. We trudged through frost, eyes scanning every shadow. The herd appeared again, black shapes moving against the white. One lone target strayed. I steadied my aim. One shot, perfect. It dropped instantly. The team followed up, more gunfire, echoing like a battle hymn. The hillside fell silent once more. We moved from ridge to ridge. In the still snow, dark shadows tried to hide. But nothing escapes trained eyes. Every shot was clean, every move calculated. By midday, the wilderness had gone still. We'd proven ourselves once again against the toughest of foes. Then came the chaos. The cold grew harsher, and fatigue started to bite. Somewhere in that frozen expanse, a faint cry, "Help me." The echo carried across the snow. The hunt wasn't over. Danger could come from anywhere. Wild boars are no ordinary prey. These beasts can weigh over 400 pounds, built like armored tanks, with tusks sharp enough to rip through bone. Facing them isn't a game, it's survival. We regrouped for another round, this time deeper in the dense forest. Each hunter took position, rifles loaded, minds focused, then a sound. Footsteps, heavy, deliberate. My finger hovered over the trigger. The boar burst out of the brush, charging fast. Reflexes kicked in. One shot, clean hit. Silence returned. As the sun climbed higher, the forest erupted with noise. The boars were everywhere, snapping branches, kicking up leaves. We fired fast, working together like a well-oiled machine. Within minutes several more went down. The rest fled into the thick woods, vanishing like ghosts. But we weren't done yet. I followed the trail, binoculars in hand. A shadow darted between trees. My heart thumped. Another target, locked in my sights. One squeeze, the bullet flew straight. Down it went. Precision and patience, always the keys to victory. The day faded into dusk, the forest glowing gold. The barking of our dogs grew louder again. Another chase. I raised my rifle. The boar charged, and boom, another clean takedown. Each hunt ended not just in victory, but in balance restored to the land. But the war with these beasts never truly ends. They destroy fields, tear through fences, and terrorize villages. Every season brings a new challenge. Autumn hunts over rustling leaves, winter ambushes in snow. The goal stays the same: protect the people, the crops, the life built around these mountains. In autumn the forest glows amber, and the boars grow bolder. We track them through the crunching leaves, waiting for the perfect moment. Suddenly, two figures appeared, a large one and a smaller one. I took a deep breath. One shot, the smaller dropped instantly. The larger bolted into the shadows. Nature's balance maintained. Not far away, Liam's dogs cornered another beast. The fight was fierce. Snarls, growls, chaos. Liam moved fast, raised his rifle. Boom. Down it went. On another ridge, I watched the trees tremble. A massive boar charged right toward me. My breath froze. I dropped to one knee, aimed steady, and fired. The beast collapsed just a few feet away, its final breath vanishing in the cold air. Winter hardened the land again. Snow made tracking easier, but every step was dangerous. We followed footprints through the frost, waiting for the next encounter. Paul took position first. One perfect shot. The boar dropped, snow spraying high, but the rest ran, scattering into the distance. We followed the trail. Footprints like breadcrumbs through the ice. Another roar, another shot, another victory. Each moment out here was a battle of instinct, patience, and sheer willpower. We weren't hunting for trophies. We were protecting homes, families, and the fragile peace that these wild lands demand. From the forests of Turkey to the fields of France, every region faces the same struggle. Teams around the world brace themselves, each winter, rifles ready, eyes sharp. Wild boars don't stop. They adapt, multiply, and strike when least expected. And yet through every blizzard and biting wind, hunters like us stand our ground. Every echoing gunshot tells the same story, a fight not for glory, but for survival. The mountains may be vast, the snow deep, but the spirit that drives us never falters. In this endless war between man and beast, only one truth stands clear: in the wild, hesitation means defeat. And out here we never hesitate.